Oh my fucking god! Time for a new vlog! What the fuck is going on today, guys? Whoop! Woo! The camcorder looks kind of different because I haven't stared into it in such a long time. It looks like it got a little brighter, a little more shiny. Today is a glorious day because today we look back at past times on Runescape of 2014 and we say to ourselves, holy bullshit, what the fuck were we doing back then? Now, as we enter 2015, we have a clear understanding. It was, well, really, to get Bandos' little God Wars pet. Yes, the pets of the God Wars and also RuneScape bosses are now available in a theater near you. Actually, I went ahead and killed Bandos today, trying to get a little Bandos pet, and I killed him for about 80 kills and got, well, 3 fucking Bandos drops, 2 gloves and 1 boots. And, yep, no pet! Isn't it kind of ironic when you go to God Wars hoping to get something, you get the complete opposite? Today, I wasn't hoping to make money, I was hoping to get a little pet, but it gave me money instead. So, holy shit balls. Anyways, really haven't made an update video in a long-ass time. Been kind of really busy, like I said, with the Christmas season of festivities, my balls, and also the new year of, well, 2015 that just happened a couple days ago. Anyways, would have had to make a video about the little pets on this game that Jags added today. They're going to be adding a whole bunch of more other stuff. Old school RuneScape, whoo! There's a new boss coming out on old school RuneScape, I can see. Haven't really been doing too much on old school other than really farming herbs every single day in my, well, little time and shit. I've been making around 4 to 500k GP a day. My cash stack is mighty high right now, of like 11 to 12 mil. It's really not that bad. I mean, you just go around doing farming runs and make a shit ton of money. Who has a problem with that? Otherwise, I will be doing some old school streams momentarily. However, I kind of really want to get Summoning and also Hunter kind of really out of the way. As you can see on the bung board, I am getting 99 Summoning, yes, tonight. To motherfucking night! We are 165k EXP away. Going to be getting 99 tonight. Going to be adding a little skill cape to my collection of capes. And then my Hunter cape will probably most likely come sometime like next week and shit. Holy shit. Seriously, it's insane, I know. Then, of course, agility is going to be a long one, and so is runecrafting. However, as we AFK agility and runecrafting, we will kind of focus more on old-school RuneScape and leveling up some combat there. That is my future goal to shit. As for video making, I still owe you guys best of 2014. That's going to be a long little hibbity-jibbity video that's going to take some time for me to edit, so I'll try to have that, maybe in a day or so. Otherwise, right now, whew, I need to poop. Ah, yes, we are back, my little friend. So, anyways, today, as I was basically pretty much saying before, God Wars pets came out on RuneScape. And in order to get a God Wars pet, or rather, in order to get any type of pet on RuneScape, you need to kill bosses many times. Now, let's do the math here. What happens when you kill bosses many times? They drop wonderful, lovely, shitty-ass items. My gloves and boots did not sell for anything below medium price. They actually sold to below medium price, which means that they are dropping heavily in price because people are camping Bandos and every other boss out there to get little pets, which is making every item on this game kinda boinka 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 boink boppa da boppa da boop 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 boop. Yes, you guessed it, crash in price. You know, it is pretty funny that over the course of the many years of playing this game, items have crashed more because of updates than because of people camping items. Now, theoretically, the more people go to God Wars, the more items people get, the more that items will decrease in price. However, if you add updates to the game, such as, let's see, fast, instant type dungeons, well, that means that people are getting twice the number of drops. Yep, that's going to make the items decrease in price. You add Evolution of Wienerville Cox, which means you can stay at a dungeon for fucking hours camping. Yep, that's going to make you get more drops, and that's going to decrease in price. And, of course, if you add new abilities, new food, healing devices, ports armor and shit, overpowered armor like Melevant and Ceranic and all that other Terra 90 hibbity-jibbity awesome and sexiness. They do actually work. However, you add more shit like that, items decrease in price. So, over the course of many years, it's actually pretty funny because the reason why items decrease in price is because of, you know, awesome and sexy updates. However, are the updates really that needed? Let's see. Evolution of Cox. That's a really debatable update that people have been debating now for the past 2 years. However, the debate kind of lost because life has gone on RuneScape without EOC and with EOC. If you don't want EOC, well then you quit RuneScape. If you want to say, well, you can always go on old school like myself, and you can always go on Legacy like myself, and if you want to go God Wars, then you can go on EOC like myself. So it's a win-win chicken dinner for me either way. I'm fairly happy now that things are kind of worked out and shit like that. Oh well, anyways, besides that, so yeah, there are some updates that, you know, are really questionable. However, items on this game tend to drop because of new armor, new weapons, and also just new updates in general. It's kind of funny because if you think about how much an item drops because of someone camping at God Wars, is really not a lot. Because theoretically, yeah, an item is going to decrease and an item will naturally rise, but if you have updates that make the flocks, make the hordes of motherfuckers go to God Wars, go to Araxor, go to the Langoliers, the Ascension people, go to the Kelp Knight King of my asshole, go to the KK, go to the Queen Black Titty Dragon, go to everywhere. The items are going to really crash in price. Not to mention you add double drop weekend, you also add double bonus EXP weekend, not so really. But you add shit like that, the items are going to essentially Billy Bob Thornton plummet into the planet of you and suck my balls. Theoretically, what I'm saying is that you keep adding more and more updates, the items are going to decrease in price. Is this a bad thing? Well, considering that Bandos armor is really shit for fighting monsters like Nex, fighting monsters like Araxor, fighting monsters like the KK, yeah. However, fighting Bandos and full Bandos, it's really not that bad. I mean, I've done Bandos and full Bandos. It's really not too much of a difference if I use Torva. However, if I use Tier 90 armor, the power armor, that costs like 20 mil, but it's totally worth it, yes, it's actually worth it. So if I go to Bandos, my OP armor, then yes, it's actually worth it. If I go to Nex and my OP armor, yes, it's actually worth it. However, if I go to Nex using Bandos, it's gonna rape me in my asshole, you know, more than it's already going to, in a way. So, theoretically, that's the cycle of RuneScape and things to come on this game. A lot of people was really bitching today because their items were decreasing in price. I saw it in my FC. Kind of thought I would make a little video on it. However, my little friends, I've been around this game for many, many updates. And I've been around this game for the installation of the original God Wars and the installation of old school God Wars as well. Shit happens, life goes on, suck it up, go and slap your titties around and come back and play fucking RuneScape. And sit down and shut up! Otherwise, Modmark is gonna rape you in the mouth. Repeatedly. With a dildo. And then probably his fist. Alright, my little friends, but otherwise I've been live streaming my balls off. Hope you guys have been supporting, well, but just, you know, it's fucking liking my live streams in general. And also coming to visit my balls on major things to come, a wonderful little updates. Otherwise, hope to see you guys tonight on live stream once again. But right now, going to go to my email address and read off a happy hooba questions from one of you guys. If you would like to send me a question and for me to read it in a vlog, then send it to NightmareRH at yahoo.com. Do not do it to me yoo-hoos, because if you drink a lot of yoo-hoos, well, you won't be able to say your own damn name. First, hooba question. Woo! Hey Nightmare, what if Jaggy's put an option into the game to change the size of your character's tits and balls? Also, what if they ban you for saying you would bot using an auto shitter? I don't play RuneScape, YouTube, Zeke, oh my god, Kablam, whatever the fuck that is. Alright, so you don't play RuneScape, but yet you are asking if they change your tits and shit like that. Alright, firstly, if I got banned for using an auto shitter, what is an auto shitter? Is an auto shitter something like a bedpan or something that I can automatically shit into and it goes into my septic tank? Is that what an auto shitter is? Not really following you on that, but okay. What if Jagex had an option to change your tits and balls? Well, boobies, they're really not funny. However, having gigantic testicles hopping around because you may have testicular cancer the size of a fucking overgrown grapefruit, like James and the Giant Peach, yes. If there were people on this game that had nutsacks the size of James and the motherfucking Giant Peach, then yes, that would be pretty damn funny. However, I'm not really sure Jagex is going to add that anytime soon, because if they did, well, there would be a lot of immature people going around, well, poking each other's nuts and slapping each other's tits in a way. Otherwise, guys, let me know some nasty dirty little comments if you got a Bandos little pet and shit. Also, let me know if you're going to be at the gangbang tonight of wonderfulness, and, well, see you guys there. Bye!